Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Zed. Today I'm going to be talking about BKYI once again. This one has a lot of potential, but has seen a little bit of sloppy sideways movements. I'm going to go a little bit through technical analysis, then dive in through the news, because the news has a lot more importance. Technical analysis usually just tells you the psychology or the kind of sentiment of the chart itself based on the ticker. Let's jump right into it. So on a 1 week perspective, what we get to see here on an MACD is that it's actually curving quite up. So it looks like it's actually attempting a positive reversal at that point. The negative trend is sitting right now at almost 59.39. And this really just shows in that there is kind of a chance of a reversal at this time, being just because the trend has been going on for a long time. 20% R puts this one at oversold, and the momentum here looks like it might be recovering, but it's still very sloppy. Now, on a 1 day perspective, what we get to see here is something very much off the same caliber. Although, when you look in the MACD, it's actually going on towards the negative direction, so that is not good. Although the ADX shows in a sloppy move at that point. Moving averages look quite bearish at this level, and when we're looking into a willing percent R, it's actually going on towards sold. Now, on the momentum, it doesn't look any better. So what we're looking into here is, there's a lot of fear in this stock, and we get to understand that. Moving average band, where it traded kind of, within that, it's sitting 41 on the bottom, 46 in the middle, 51 on the top. If the moving average band actually, holds up, we might actually get to see at least 46. That's exciting. So, stochastic, fast and slow doesn't show us much. It's just been trading around this for quite some time, and it just shows us sloppy, nothing more than that. Supports and resistances, what we get to see is a support sitting at 56 cents on the Fibonacci retracement. Above there, 68 on the resistance. Now, supports and resistances, just based on the traditional, we're going to have to zoom all the way back into here, and we looked into seeing that 40 cents is the current kind of support, followed by a resistance at 41. I'm going to do resistances first. I'm going to go back to supports. 43 on another resistance, a significant one at 46. And then above that, 49, and then above that, we're looking at 53. Now, we can go back to where last it was comparable, with around the 40-cent mark one, right around this region here. Oh, we got to zoom in. We get to see around 40. No, it goes after 40, it goes 35. There's nothing below there. It's literally at one of its bottom, almost a 52-week bottom. The 35 was just momentarily for 1 day, but it's getting there. Now comes in towards the news. Why is this happening, right? Now, first thing first, this company has a lot of potential, a lot of events, a lot of catalysts coming up in the future. If you watch any of my previous videos about this one, especially my last one, I did mention that this might happen if it broke, I believe, the 43 or 44. And there is a bit of scariness related to the reverse stock split. We have news about that. So first things first, I'm going to go towards basically their latest SEC filings, and then I'm going to go towards, let's say, presentation and whatnot. So, latest SAC filings is they have until November 16th to provide evidence of compliance with the NASDAQ. If they fail to do so, they get delisted from NASDAQ and go to OTC. Now, that's not good for any stock. We've seen that before. Next thing is, additional shares happen all the way back. This is not even September, it's August, 33,000 shares here and there. Of course, the price has dropped significantly from there. That was around 65 cents mark. So, I'm going to kind of brush through that. Now, at 16th of November, when is the vote happening? Well, the vote is happening on the 16th of November, on 10 a.m. Now, what's going to happen is, as soon as this one probably gets accepted, you might see your reverse split coming in almost around the 17th of November, which is very scary. Now, some people are out there like, oh, they're going to get an extension for sure. And let me tell you why I think that's a scary thing to hold on. Okay, I think that this one here is a little bit scary because they're saying that, well, yes, they're going to do it no later than October 31st, 2021. But from what we're seeing is they have a vote for a reverse split on November 16th. At the same time, their deadline is on November 16th. They didn't mention that they're actually, following an extension. They're actually trying to get a vote for a reverse split. That scares me as an investor. and I want to make sure I get to know whether an extension is happening before I jump back in, or perhaps, let's say, a vote goes on RS, the RS goes through, stabilizes, then I invest. That's always a scary point. Some others argue, reverse split is not that bad. We'll just make us compliant, and we can jump right into it, and the price will jump. From my experience, is reverse split is never a good deal. It always drops the price. That's something to consider. Next, let's jump right into the presentation a little here. So I'm gonna go straight to the catalyst for what we expect. So BioAPI, if you haven't known, they have different solutions, whether with passwords or encrypting or biometric information, logging data, filing system. It's massive. With 14 patents currently, and 2 recently issued and 2 acquired for Pistol Star, they have a strong IP protection, including as well systems used by the FBI. So one of the things that are actually massive is their World Bank recently approved $433 million for Nigerian Biometric National ID Registration Program, and they have joined the CFTA, the African Continental Free Trade Area, and there is contracts for BioAPI to form new BioAPI Africa subsidiary based in Nigeria to pursue large biometric security opportunities across the continent. They're really trying on there, and that is one of the massive kind of catalysts coming up. We probably will hear a bit more about it, but I think the timeline for that is on 2020. 2, I believe, is where it's expected to boost an intertrade by 60%. So probably 2021. After the pandemic, we get to see a lot of different PRs on this, but I do expect PRs to come from there, and there is a lot of potential. So the question here comes in, Ed, when do I invest? When do I put my money into this? Now, the big thing here is you get to see it's actually falling on, right? It's been falling for quite a little. And right now, it's almost sitting at the bottom, the 40-cent mark one. What you want to check first is, 1, you need a bullish kicker. I need a good one. Something not like this one here. I mean, we're talking about we need news, right? We need news that can get this one to get more people to believe in it. An extension would work, but here's what's on down the line, right? There is catalyst down the line. That's amazing, and that's what makes this stock nice. It's amazing to invest in. But a reverse split is coming. That is dangerous. I want to first get to see the reverse split business finished yet. So November 16th. The next thing is after, let's say, I hope that doesn't happen, but a reverse split does occur. The stock is gonna be in pain. It's gonna fall, and that is a fact. The next thing is, after kind of does the reverse split start accumulating and people start believing in it? So inflow more than outflow, more investors coming in than out, or more people buying than selling, for instance. That would kind of give me an incentive to say, okay, it's back. But what I expect, if a reverse split is actually accepted, which I do expect that, there is a high possibility it would, this one might drop. So what you might want to consider is you can sell your position and buy it back after a reverse split. There's no shame in that. You're just lowering your average down, then holding in and, getting more losses. At that point, let's say you bought at 50 cents, okay? Stock is at 40 cents, you sell today, and then the reverse split happens later on. Or let's say this one sees a bit of a bump to 45, you sell a 5-cent loss a share. They do a 1 to 4 reverse split, so that means 4 shares per, you need $2, or sorry, if you're looking at 50, you're looking at around 0.2 cent difference you're gonna need. Later on, the stock drops to around $1.20, you buy $1.20, jumps to $2, you may profit instead of holding it back and then wanting to just break even. That's my opinion on this one. What do you think about this ticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like. You have a wonderful day.